Hello, everybody. Back here again for our vlog a day, and today was Thursday the 1st, and today was a beautiful, just gorgeous day outside. Sun was shining. It warmed up into I think it reached like 30, 32, something like that. Not a lot of wind like we'd had last night and the day before, so it felt much warmer than maybe what it really actually was. Got kind of a late start for today. Kind of, I don't know. Ended up sleeping in a little later than normal. Wasn't bad, just it was nice. Got up, had a handful of things to get done, nothing major. Just a couple little things here and there, but mostly the first part of my day was spent basically entertaining a friend. Just had a good time talking, BS and stuff, just chatting about life and all those good things. And then ended up watching a movie that I'm a giant fan of. It's kind of a little bit of a mind twist. If you've never seen it, I'm a huge fan of the movie. I love just so much about it. It's got a couple really great lines in it, but mostly it's just an overall makes you think. And the movie is called Nina Takes a Lover. And it's just a wonderful movie. If you've never seen it, it's an older movie. She's wearing shoulder pads, got the big hair. It's definitely dated. You can tell. Cordless phones with giant antennas on them and that kind of cool stuff. But those things you laugh at. But the overall plot and theme of the movie was just phenomenal. I love the theme of it, so it's kind of cool to watch that. Really interesting little thing to kind of take in, I guess. We got that watched and stuff. Then kind of just, I don't know, didn't really do a lot else after that. Just kind of just had a lot of fun. Basically, they headed out, I think, around 2-ish or so, something like that. They took off. So I got a few things around here done, did some laundry and all that kind of thing. And it was really weird because normally I would have been, like, planning my run, taking off to go to the gym, get changed up, get my run in, all that kind of thing. But I got that done overnight last night. So after midnight, I did my mile for the day to keep my run streak alive. But it was a really, I don't know, it was an odd feeling not going running. Like, I literally almost went running again just because I'm so used to running every day when I wake up. I got to get that run in that day. Even though technically I got my run in for today, it was just after midnight. For the new year, I got looking back on that today, this afternoon and stuff, and how this was probably one of the better New Year's Eve and New Year's I've had in maybe my whole life. I don't know. I remember being like some parties in high school. You think, oh, that was a great party, but it really was just a bunch of bullshit. But this was the overall probably the best one. Like, I had just a wonderful day. No real major plans except to run over midnight. We wanted to be running, and it was cold out. It was in the teens, crazy cold wind, disgusting part. But the run was still fun because it was good company with my dog and with a really good person to be running with. So definitely, I have to say that overall, the leading up to the day, did some stuff. Aside from the fact we went to the dog park and there's no dogs for Bruce to play with, and drove by another dog park, there was no dogs there. So other than that, that'd be probably the biggest downfall of the day, is not finding other dogs for Bruce to play with at the dog park. He enjoys the shit out of that. And I can see he was a little bit ticked off at me because of that. I think kind of acted up a little bit. Wasn't, I don't know, getting out of my seat as quick as he should have been. Some of those little things here and there. And then today, when I went to do some running, I had to go out and run some errands and stuff. I basically asked him when to go, and he looked at me and said, "Screw you," and laid back down. So I think he might have still had a little bit of resentment from the dog park, like as if he thought it was my fault somehow. I don't know. He's a weirdo like that sometimes. So I left his ass home today. When I went and did some running, I was only gone hour and a half, maybe at the most. It wasn't a really big deal. But again, it felt super weird not running in the afternoon. It was kind of crazy. So looking into a few different little things. There's a 50-mile race, 50-mile and 100-mile race coming up in March that I got somebody trying to get me to go run it. I'm not running it. It looks like a super easy, it's like a really flat course. It's an out and back. Looks nice. I think they said limestone shell, like limestone path. They said it's even suitable for wheelchairs and bikes, which would be pretty badass. Make it easy running compared to like the Hawk 50 I'm doing in September, which is disgusting, horrible, rough, rocky trails. So we'll see what happens after that. I think I'm going to go down and just crew for somebody. I've got one person I know for certain's going. I got a second person might be doing the 100. One's doing the 50. And I'm going to see about crewing for that. It's going to be interesting because I've already agreed to crew for the 50, and the 100 one hasn't actually made their mind up yet. So it's that weird thing since it's an out and back, not like a loop course. It's going to be hard to crew for both. So I'll have to, I don't know, the person running the 100, I might not be able to crew as much for. And the person running the 50 will be back, and I might have time to get them back, get them settled, and maybe get them back in the hotel. And then I might be able to head out, and depending on how I'm feeling, I might be able to even pace the the other person the last, I don't know, 25 miles or so of the 100 miler. So, and being South and out and back course won't be quite as far of a drive to get there to try and catch up with them and get back. But that weird thing, depending on how it goes, I got to catch a ride there. I'm going to be stuck without a vehicle. So, because if I drive out, say the last 25 miles out, which would be the turnaround point for the 50 miler, I have to get back to that vehicle, which is 25 miles away. So that ain't going to work right either. So I got to figure out what's going on in that process. Maybe catch a ride, maybe get somebody else to drive a vehicle back for me. But who knows? So as of right now, I guess I got really nothing to worry about the 100-mile part. I need to just worry about focusing on the 50-mile. If I let person running the 50, because they're the ones already asked me to be there for them. So that's my main concern is them. And then the 100-miler, if they show up, we'll work something out and figure it out from there. So that kind of got in my head a little bit tonight, trying to figure out how I could do both. And I realized the fact that I needed to really just focus on the person that asked me first with the 50 miles, and they're going to be my number one concern. And then if I happen to be able to help out with the 100, so be it. I'll definitely do everything I can in my power to help out the 100-miler. It's just they should have signed up first, I guess, in that process. So looking forward to that. Got a few things just, I don't know, running through my head, some ideas. I'm trying to think of some stuff to do for this new year. I'm not a New Year's resolution kind of guy. I'm not like, oh, I'm going to go lose 10 pounds. That's a bunch of bullshit. If I wanted to lose 10 pounds, I would have started it the day I thought of it, which I know I it's a big thing where I've gained a little of my weight back. I lost over half my body weight, and I put on a little more weight. But with the holiday season, I just let that go. I'm good with it. I'm not fat yet. I still am running every single day and that kind of thing. So I'm going to start eating healthier. I'm going to basically knock some of the weight back down and get to where I want to be again. So that's going to be just a lifetime thing going on. It's not a New Year's resolution by any means. I made that decision in November that I was going to wait until after Christmas to really concern myself, because I wasn't training for any major race. I had really no reason to drop the extra 15 pounds. I don't know if it's quite 15. I'm going to guess roughly 15 pounds I put back on. So I want to get back down. I've got a set weight on my body that between up to 160 to 170, somewhere in that ballpark range. 175 I'm fine with. If the scale ever hits 180 again, I got to go on a calorie restricted diet and knock myself back down and get to that 165 range again. So I'm going to weigh myself in the morning. I scanned it today and I just kind of forgot. Like I said, I had other stuff I was doing this morning, kind of just spaced my mind. So I weigh myself in the morning. It says anything above 180, it's going crazy calorie restriction, and I'm going to cut things way back and go from there. But like I said, I was super excited. I had such a great day today. Felt awesome. Wasn't fun having my friend take off. That sucked. I always hate, when you're having a good time with somebody, you'd like it just lasts forever, but that isn't how life works. People have to go take care of obligations and all that kind of stuff. So unfortunately, when they live hours and hours away, that sucks even worse, because you don't get to see them as much as you should, or as much as you want to. I guess not really should, but that right there kind of sucks. But I'm planning on making a trip. Got a couple things in the works. I'm working on some stuff to see if I can't get that figured out here pretty soon and go from there. So that's pretty much all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.